This is Knowing the Universe, the History and Philosophy of Astronomy. I'm Professor Impey, Distinguished Professor of Astronomy in the Department of Astronomy at the University of Arizona. And in this module, we'll look at gravity. Gravity, the force that holds us to the Earth, the force we fight against all of our lives. The first person to truly understand gravity was Isaac Newton, a giant in the history of science whose work we'll consider now. We're also reaching the culmination of what we will call the first Copernican Revolution. The history of astronomy has distanced us in cosmic importance from being the center of the universe in the Greek times with the geocentric cosmology to the insight of Copernicus that we were not the center, that the sun was the center, but it's still a small universe. In the 19th century, we'll see that other stars were realized to be at enormous distances, so our universe gets larger and larger, and our sun is just one of many stars. In the 20th century, we learned that there are other galaxies, systems of stars, enormous, containing hundreds of billions of stars. And then later, we find that we're not even the typical form of matter that the universe is made of. The current frontiers of the Copernican Revolution revolve around the possibility that there are other forms of life in the universe, that biology is not unique to the Earth, and the possibility out of modern cosmology that we might live in a multiverse, a system of many universes that all spawned at the time of the Big Bang. That's speculation for the moment. But basically, we've seen a dizzying progression in the last 2,000 years in terms of our place in the universe. And it takes people a while to get used to this kind of progression.
Well, why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
One of the remarkable things about people, and I think makes us unique amongst the species of the Earth, with some of whom we share intelligence, high intelligence perhaps of dolphins and sea creatures like whales and land creatures like elephants and gorillas and apes, our chimp cousins. But we can hold the universe in our heads, as can certain cartoon characters. We're looking at Isaac Newton. Here are some views on his history in the place of the world and his history in the role of science for the last 400 years. He said, "I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore, and diverting myself on now and then finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, while the great truth of knowledge lay undiscovered all before me." This is a remarkable quote because it shows his humility in the face of nature and the fact that as brilliant as he was, he didn't think he understood everything. He also is famously to have said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." Now this is a double-edged sword because this was a letter to Robert Hooke, with whom he had bitter rivalries throughout his entire career. Robert Hooke had dwarfism, and it's possible that this quote is even a slight against his rival Robert Hooke. Newton was a complex character, as we'll see, brilliant in his science, but a little bit of a sociopath. Newton, however, was aware that he was standing on the shoulders of giants that came before him. And let's review the history from Copernicus to Newton.
I am the rain, I lost the sky. My breath, the wind, the sun in my eyes. I lost the point of my electric heat in this big flooded world made of paper sleep. My eyes strange in the dead of night. Shadows shiver and dance through the room. And when we drift down, we fall out of
And that's the end of this topic.